Hey bestie, it's chaotic bullet journal voiceover time, and you know what that means. I'm gonna be rambling about anything and everything that comes to my mind while I'm recording this voiceover in the middle of the night because we filmed this, let's see, 10 days ago? 2 weeks ago? Question mark? Something like that. And we sat on the footage for a while and then we edited it. We edited it. We did an edit on it. And of course, then we wait to do the voiceover in the middle of the night before we post because why not? It's fun that way. Anywho, welcome, dear friends. Hope you are doing well. Happy April. So exciting times because we finished the first quarter of this year and I started doing a quarterly setup back in January. And one of the things that I do at the end of each month is I give myself a cute little chart like this, just draw some lines, and I go through the month, look back through the pages, and I write down the things that were successful, the things that were maybe not so successful, the iffy category, and then I write out the things I want to try, and then I have what I call my patronuses and dementors, essentially my highs and lows from the month. So at the end of January, February, and March, I did that for each month, and then this is the first time I'm trying it. I'm doing a little quarter one closeout. And the way I'm doing this, I have my little Q with the word one in the middle, and I've got closings up on the top of that page on the left side. This is for my thoughts at the close of the first quarter of the year. I have my wins, I have my challenges, and then on the right side, I have my patronuses and my dementors for the entirety of the first quarter, which we've already done. We've already written them out at the end of each month as they came. So this is basically just me taking them from this little page at the end of each month and kind of collating them all together so that if I want to look back on how the first few months of this year went, I can just look at my quarter one closing spread, this little like closings page, and I can see everything from January, February, March that was amazing and gorgeous and lovely, as well as the things that were perhaps not so lovely, all on one page. Isn't that great? So we're going to try that and we're going to see how it goes. Hopefully, it's successful. Now, once we do that, I have my quarter two openings. Woo! So I have my Q with the word two. You understand what I'm trying to say. So we have openings, which are essentially just like the thoughts, the vibes. Going into April, how are we feeling? What's going on? And then I have adventures and experiments. So essentially, adventures I want to take myself on, and then the experiments are like the things I want to try. Here's a look back at January when I set that up and all of the things that I ended up writing down. And it's kind of cool to look back at how full and sort of colorful and messy that page became. Because again, this is a notebook. It's meant to be used and written on and scribbled throughout. So here we go. I've got my quarter two openings as well as my quarterly calendars. Starting with April on this right side over here, and the next two pages are, you guessed it, for May and June. And if you watched my video from back in January when I was setting up my quarter one, you will perhaps remember that I had purchased some like date number stickers from Simply Gilded, I think. They were gold metallic foil numbers and they were teeny tiny, and I used my little sticker tweezers to peel them off the teeny tiny little page and then to stick them in each of the boxes. And while they were beautiful, because they were gold and they were shiny and they were metallic. It destroyed my hands to peel them off and stick them with the tweezers one by one by one. And also, they kind of stuck up from the page a bit. So anytime I was writing in the calendar, my hand was sort of like bumping into the edges of these little stickers, which were like sharp and like thickly raised up off the page. So I said, never again. She was cute. She had her moment. She had her season. And there is no reason for me to use them again. We are just going to go back to using our little micron pen and just handwriting the numbers because it's a little therapeutic and it doesn't scratch the side of my hand and it doesn't destroy my fingers at all because it's quick and it's chill and it's easy and it's simple. So anyway, this is me doing that. You're welcome. Very interesting, I know. So, yeah. And then I've got my font, my tried and true singular font. I should trademark it at this point. And the free space that I have on the tops is a spot for me to put in anything that's potentially going on that month that I want to keep track of. Like, oh, so-and-so's birthday is this month. We want to get them a present, or we want to like surprise them, or we want to go to dinner, or we want to insert other ideas here. And that's the space that I use for that. So yeah, that's kind of the quarterly setup. And as you can see, I'm flipping through here, February and March. Oh gosh, she just, it gets so chaotic and messy. We love that. And as much as we love that, we also love that first beautiful moment where the calendar is bare and just nice and clean, just the black and white, before we have destroyed it with all of the insanity of the months to come. So, let's set up April, shall we? Now, fun fact, this fabulous, gorgeous, dark charcoal gray with gold metallic foiled starry paper is the paper that my cute little spouse used to wrap my birthday presents in, because March was my birthday month, my birthday season, because we might as well celebrate seasons before we die. And we love a partner who knows that we love things that are shiny, things that are gold, and things that are celestial. Come on! So, using some of this paper to essentially cheat sheet my way into some April art. I decided I didn't want to draw anything or improvise, come up with anything. So we're literally just taking the paper that I tore and unwrapped from the book that he got me to just paste down in here and cover these pages up. And I think it's going to look cute. And you're going to agree with me because you have no choice, except that of course you do, because this is a consent-forward community. Now, if you don't like it, you don't have to tell me. You can just keep that to yourself. But I'm into it, and that's kind of all that matters, because it's my journal. Okay? All right. Moving on, we are in full swing of chaotic voiceover times. Yeah, this took me a while. I don't know why this took me so long. I was trying to be really precious with, like, making sure the edges overlapped just so, and that the stars were like straight up and down. Also, the pieces themselves were like just barely the right size. So I was trying to make sure that I was working well within my margin of error, which was fairly small. And yeah, we just taped some stuff in there and then like put my cute little gold metallic vinyl tape on the edges, and it's great. Yeah, it took a minute, which is why this is all sped up, because you don't need to spend 20 minutes watching me try to cut a singular piece of paper. So, you're welcome. But yeah, anyway, once I got this set up, it was time, of course, to go to the last thing I set up at the beginning of every month, which is my pain symptom tracker. Yeah. And it's the same every time, you guys. There might be a moment where I decide to change this up, but for now, it's working for me and I'm into it. I am using my graph paper, tried and true, again, the same little notebook of graph paper sheets that I purchased years ago, and I'm still not through because I only use one piece of paper a month, and there's only 12 months in a year. So if it comes with like 100 sheets, it's going to take you a handful of years to get through. And in addition to my handy dandy graph paper, I have my This Is Fine Dog in the Fire split up with the Minkowski pain scale for chronic pain, pasted in there, we printed it out, we made it a sticker, we put it on the page, and there we go. Last thing that needs to happen is we go back to last month and we do a little assessing, I would call it, a little assessment moment of the things I was tracking last month and reviewing if those are going to stay static, if any of them need to change, if I need to rearrange, reorganize, etc. And then I essentially just refer back to March. And for all the stuff that stays the same, I just count my little boxes, draw my little lines. Here I am just doing my dates. I didn't mess them up this time like I did last month. So good for me for doing that. And then the only lines we're drawing are the ones that separate the top categories where I am doing the, what's the word? What is it? It's like intensity scale? That's not the word I was looking for, or the phrase that I was looking for, but I do think it is potentially a synonymous phrase and therefore is a correct way to call it. I have these like the trend lines. There we go. I'm trying to create little like trend lines with the intensity levels of certain symptoms, and that's the top half of my pain chart, and then the bottom half is just prevalence. Did it show up? Did it not? That sort of vibe. So I always refer back to the previous month to make sure that I am counting out my rows and columns and things correctly. And then we're trying to be cute by using our handy dandy singular font at the top to denote that this is the April pain scale. And yeah, we're keeping strong with fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, lower back and pelvis, as well as how bad my nerve lightning is on any given day. Those are the 5 big categories that I have, in addition to tracking my mood and my sleep, which are the little circle hand-drawn emoji faces. And then the very top is the actual pain number on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no pain at all, and 10 is you're essentially blacking out into unconsciousness. The pain is so bad and it's the worst you've ever felt in your whole life. We are putting a numerical value on each day for how bad the pain got. And then the bottom half to a third is the individual symptoms that I like to track. These are the ones that change from time to time, but I don't think we had any changes from last month to this month. So there you go. She's set up, and we sped through it, which we love. Try not to waste your time out here. So yeah, we have our little pain chart for the month of April, and apparently I didn't round my corners very well, so here I am with some tiny little paper snips coming in, trying to make that look a little cuter. And then I go back to the cover page for April, and this is the moment where I go, oh yeah, this paper's really cute, but I forgot to actually write the word April on it. And I did consider for a minute just leaving it and just having it be the wrapping paper by itself. But I did decide that we were going to put a heading in there. So yeah, this gave me a nice little opportunity to use one of my acrylograph paint pens from Archer and Olive. I don't have a whole lot of them, and I don't use them very often. Mostly I'm just me and my singular pen and like maybe a Tombow brush pen occasionally. journal kind of girly. I'm not doing a whole lot of painting ever in my journal, but I have a few of these pens, and I got to use the white one and actually like enjoy using it to color over this dark gray paper, and it worked pretty well, including over the metallic foil that's kind of like woven throughout. So yeah, we just measured a little bit, used a pencil to sort of map out where we wanted the letters to go. And then here we are. The font is so surprising to you. I know. You've never seen it before in your life. I did decide to leave the A kind of with an open center this time. I put it in my pain thing too, as well as in my quarterly calendars for May. The word May and the word April, of course, have it like this. And I just kind of like it. It's just like a little, I don't know why the word Gothic is coming to me, but it's giving me that sort of vibe, the like medieval, like letter vibe, where it's sort of, you're getting like the shape of what the letter is without some of the central like interior details to what the letter is. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good way to explain it, but there you go. So yeah, and then we did some white dots, and it's cute. I think it works out. So there we are, April. We got our pane set up. We've got our cover page with our wrapping paper from my birthday present, and it's cute. And then back to the quarterly calendars. And this is nice. This is very exciting because just a couple weeks ago, we're at the end of March, I'm having to literally flip back through half of the entire notebook to get back to the calendar pages. So we have the luxury of being at the start of the quarter, where I can get to all of these pages fairly quickly without having to like flip 75,000 pieces of paper in between. Yeah, that was kind of it, cuties. Um, I I decided to film this a little early because I was going to be out of town for a theater gig. I was going to be traveling for a little bit, and then of course we filmed it early, and then we decided we were too tired to do anything with the footage while we were out of town. So I waited until I got back home, and here we are now. So, hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you are taking very, very good care of yourselves. Happy April, and I'll see you in the next one.